Alright guys, welcome to Flavo Rihanna's MMA show. I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Alright guys, so UFC 276 is officially in the books. If you guys check out my previous video that I put up for the recap, this is for the fights that I didn't get to talk about. So today we're going to be talking about the Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira fight. Guys, this is a fight that a lot of people were talking about. This fight definitely won the press conference last Thursday, and it was a fight that a lot of us, wanted to see, just because we seen Alex Pereira fight against Nicolaitis at MSG. We saw him fight against Bruno Silva. The guy was 2-0 entering the UFC on Saturday, and we wanted to see, can he fight and hang with somebody that's inside the top 5 in the UFC. All right, Sean Strickland, last time we saw him, he ended up defeating Uriah Hall in a Fight Night main event, and he utilized the jab, and he ended up, dominating his way, cruising to victory. All right, and there's a lot of storyline that they could have built into this, because the winner of this matchup was gonna face Adesanya, in a future fight for the middleweight title. Adesanya did defeat Jared Cannonier, okay, and the winner of this matchup was going to be facing Adesanya next. Now, there's a lot of stuff that you could implement into this. If Alex Pereira wins, you could utilize Alex Pereira ended up winning by decision, and then in the second fight ended up knocking out Israel Adesanya in kickboxing. All right. And then with Sean Strickland, well, that man's a wild man. I mean, that guy's going to tell you what's on his mind, and he's very unpredictable. And you saw that he was able to get the champ angry. All right, he was able to get the champ out of rhythm. All right, flustered, out of character, if you could say that. And that would be a big fight. That would be able to sell a lot. The two differences is that Sean Strickland talks a lot, and Alex Pereira, he has that Ivan Drago type of demeanor that doesn't say much, but he'll give you that look, and it's just like, okay, stuff is about to go down right now. And in the fight only lasted in the first round. All right, it started off with Strickland applying pressure. That's he normally does, because he never backs up. Walks down Alex Pereira and starts jabbing him. All right. Starts trying to outpoint him in kickboxing, which is, I was wondering, I'm like, when is this guy going to shoot for a takedown, right? Because Pereira doesn't really have great takedown defense, and, he's historically known as a kickboxer. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why is he just jabbing him? He's not really moving angles. He's not cutting in and out. He's not moving left to right. He's just jabbing him, throwing that one, right? A little leg kick here and there. And that was just like target practice for Strickland. But Pierre's just reading everything. He's reading everything. He's just absorbing everything that Strickland's just giving him. And Pereira just throws a left hook and drops Strickland, right? Strickland falls down to the floor. I was very surprised the way that Strickland fell. And as he was trying to get up, Pereira hits him again, knocks him down to the floor, and the fight is over. The fight ended up lasting about maybe like 2 minutes, and even the commentators were saying, why is it that Strickland didn't even use any wrestling? I mean, he's with Eric Nixick, all right, at Extreme Couture. They have guys that can wrestle. They have guys that know how to structure a good game plan, all right? And the fact that Alex Pereira, who is a glorified kickboxer, all right? The guy has an impeccable resume, all right? The guy, struggles when it comes to being taken down to the floor. He struggles in the ground game department. Why is it that Strickland couldn't utilize not even one takedown, or even try to change levels nonetheless? Okay, Pereira was just sitting back, taking everything, and when he saw the opportunity, he was right. He ended up delivering and ended up connecting with a left hook. The same left hook that ended up knocking out Israel Adesanya a couple of years ago, back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last time that they ended up fighting. Now, this sets up for a big fight down the line, maybe this year. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya for the middleweight strap. My opinion is we're critiquing Israel Adesanya a lot because of the fact that the fight was entertaining. It was a little bit boring, if not boring at all, to a larger extent. But we should have blamed more Jared Cannonier because he is a title challenger, and as a title challenger, you're giving your first title shot opportunity. You got to take, the horns, all right? You got to take the bull by the horns and then just go straight through it, all right? You're going to have to want that title, all right? Jared Cannonier didn't want that title, all right? And Israel Adesanya was able to piece up Cannonier from the outside. I'll kickbox him. I'll point them in the striking department. And there was no answers for Jared Cannonier. But against Alex Pereira, somebody that he has history with, I don't know if Israel Adesanya is going to have that same type of demeanor. He's a counter striker, which I do believe that he's going to carry over in his next fight against Alex Pereira. But I think they're going to kickbox each other. They're going to try to outpoint each other in the striking department. I favor Alex Pereira in the power department as opposed to Israel Adesanya. But Adesanya has timing, precision, speed, all right, accuracy, all right. That's the old stuff that leans into the Adesanya corner. Me personally, I would favor Adesanya just because he can possibly take the fight to the floor if the fight he feels like is in jeopardy. All right, will that be something that he will do? I highly doubt it. But Alex Pereira, who's only done mixed martial arts for under 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, has a couple of fights underneath his belt in mixed martial arts, has 3 fights now officially in the UFC, and he's getting a title shot. I think that this is going to be an excellent fight against Israel Adesanya. My question is, if he defeats Adesanya, he's going to have to face him again. And then if he defeats Adesanya again for a second time, for a fourth time, right, twice under the UFC promotion, then a lot of questions will be asked. Can Alex Pereira, do well against grapplers, all right? Adesanya is not a grappler by any means necessary. The man is a kickboxer. The man has one of the most impeccable striking that we've ever seen inside the octagon. And I think it's going to be, served as a fun fight. Now, when this fight's going to happen, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not for November, December. A lot of stuff has to go into timing. We all know that Israel Adesanya wants to be very active, all right? Maybe they could book him in a fight, like I said, November, December, Madison Square Garden in Las Vegas. I don't see them fighting in Abu Dhabi. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, unless they can't, make the Islam Makhachev Charles Oliveira fight in Abu Dhabi for the lightweight title. That's the only way maybe I could see them going to Abu Dhabi, is if they don't have a concrete main event and they need something. But yeah, guys, Strickland, was he ever going to use takedowns? I don't know. The only people that know is him and Eric Nixick in his corner, the Extreme Couture guys. He put out a video saying that he thought this fight was going to be easy. He was just landing the jab, but clearly his fight IQ isn't the brightest. Okay, I'm just looking forward to seeing what you guys are going to put in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira? What was your thoughts and opinions on Sean Strickland's game plan? And are we on the verge of seeing a superstar in Alex Pereira, who 3 fights into the UFC, he's gonna get a title shot on his fourth fight under the promotion? Very interesting stuff. Until then, guys, I am Flav Oriana. Thank you for tuning in to Flav Oriana's MMA show. Please hit the like and subscribe button, guys, and I'll see you guys for further videos down the line. Until then, guys, peace, guys, and have a good one. See ya.